Page number 121 of the chapter number 9, Things Around Us. This is the discussion of module 3. We are going to learn about another living characteristics of the living organism, that is, all living organisms do respire. Under this topic, we are going to learn different concepts which are related to the mechanism of respiration, such as, first we have to know what is the process of respiration, the equation of respiration as a chemical process. Thereafter, we have to know the process of exchange of gas, or also called the breathing, the mechanism of breathing in different living organisms, such as in man and other animals, along with the name of different respiratory organs which are involved in the process of breathing for different organisms, such as the respiratory organ involved in the process of breathing of man and other animals, fish, insects, earthworms, greeny plants, and finally the non-greeny plants. Respiration is defined by a process of oxidation of food in order to release the energy. This is the brief meaning of the process of respiration. Respiration, it is the process of oxidation of food in order to release energy for the growth and performing the other life activities in our body. We know that all living things or organisms take in oxygen from the environment or air in the body and gives out the carbon dioxide from the body along with the water vapor. And respiration, it is the process of taking in oxygen in the body from the atmosphere or air and giving out the carbon dioxide along with the water vapor in order to release the energy from the food. And there is the condition for oxidation of food for releasing the energy, that is, the food needs to be oxidized in the presence of oxygen. This is the condition. Otherwise, it is quite impossible for energy release from the food. Food gets oxidized only in the presence of oxygen, and this is called the process of respiration, through which the food gets oxidized by oxygen and it gives out the carbon dioxide and the water vapor from the body by releasing the energy. And this energy, that is very essential for the growth of living organism and to perform the other life activities. And we also know that energy, it is the thing that only comes from the food, because food is treated as the source of energy in our body. That's why we can say food in the body of all living organism is considered or treated to release energy. Now the question is, for oxidation of food, which thing is very important? For oxidation of food, oxygen is very essential, and we know that the source of oxygen is the atmosphere or the air. Because this oxygen is released in the atmosphere by the green plants through the process of photosynthesis. The photosynthesis, it is a process of releasing the energy along with the synthesizing the food particles. Hence, we can summarize that respiration, it is the process of all living organisms in which oxygen is taken in the body from the atmosphere, and this taken oxygen is then used in the body by the food to release energy. And in a simpler way, we can define the respiration, that respiration, it is the process of oxidizing of the food in the presence of oxygen to release the energy in the body in order to perform the different activities. And we can also mention that the main purpose of the process of respiration is to release the energy. I repeat, the main objectivity of the process of respiration in the body of all or living organism is to release the energy. And energy releasing is possible in the presence of oxygen only. And in the presence of oxygen, the food gets oxidized. And finally, the energy is released from that food. And this released energy can be utilized by all living organisms for their growth and to perform the other life associated activities. I hope the respiration is clear now. Now, what is the equation of the process of respiration? Respiration, it is the chemical process where the energy is released, and this energy, the released energy, that is used by all living organisms in their body in order to perform the different activities of the life. And the equation of this process of respiration can be expressed in two different ways. This one, food plus oxygen, carbon dioxide released, water vapor released, and energy. This is called the word equation of the respiration process. And below that, C6H12O6, this is the chemical formula of glucose or sugar. O2, this is oxygen. CO2, this is carbon dioxide. H2, this is the water vapor, and energy. This is the chemical equation of the respiratory process. We can write either this one or this one. Both will be treated as the equation of the respiratory process. Mind yourself always that all living organisms, the animals, the plants, need to respire to obtain the energy from the food. This is the main objectivity in the process of respiration. And releasing the energy is met by the process of respiration in the living organism's body. And this respiration process depends on the process of breathing. And breathing is called the process of exchange of gases in the living organism's body. Once again, I repeat that the respiratory process depends on the process of breathing, and it is the process of exchange of gases, oxygen and the carbon dioxide, through the different respiratory organs. Now, why breathing is necessary for the living organism? As I mentioned earlier, this is the process of exchange of gases of oxygen and the carbon dioxide. All animals breathe the fresh air from the environment, and we know that the fresh air is rich in oxygen. That means animals breathe in the oxygen and breathe out at the same time the carbon dioxide and the water vapor from the body. And this breathe in oxygen from the air or atmosphere. This is used for the process of respiration. Hence, we can say breathing, it is the process of taking the fresh air or oxygen and taking out the carbon dioxide. I repeat once again, breathing is the process of taking in or taking up the fresh air or oxygen in the body and giving out the carbon dioxide from the body. And the taking in carbon dioxide and giving out the carbon dioxide, this is called the process of gas exchange. And this process of gas exchange is called the breathing. Now we have to know the different mechanism of this process of gas exchange, the breathing, in different organisms. First, I would like to mention the breathing process in man and other animals. The main associated organs, or we can say organ, which is or are associated in the process of breathing in the man and other most animals, is the lungs. This one. Lungs is the main respiratory organ in the process of gas exchange or breathing for man and other most animals, such as bird, crow, horse, cat, rat, camel, elephant, etc. Because they have the respiratory organ lungs, and this respiratory organ is helpful in the process of breathing. Through these lungs, the animal and the man easily respire, or we can say take in oxygen and gives out carbon dioxide from their body. And this is called the process of breathing. Lungs receive carbon dioxide, rich blood from the body, and this blood in the lungs takes up oxygen and finally release the carbon dioxide from the body. And this oxygen rich blood then goes into the body to supply the oxygen to the different organs of the body, where, mind it, the oxidation of the food, that is the respiration process, is taken place in order to release the energy. That's why I mentioned earlier that the respiration process depends on the process of breathing or the process of gas of exchanges in the human body along with the other most animals' body. Now there are different animals having no lungs. for the breathing process, such as fish, such as insects and the earthworms and many more. For breathing purposes, fish has gills, and gills are treated or called the respiratory organ for fish. Insects have the trachea and called as the respiratory organ for the insect, and earthworms have the skin, and this skin is called the respiratory organ for the earthworm. These are the different respiratory organs for the different animals. I would like to first go with the gills. We know that the fish don't have the lungs. Fish has the gills, and gills used to breathe in fish body. Generally, fish gulps the water all the time. We know that. And this gulped water enter into the mouth of the fish and then passes finally through the gills to come out. The oxygen dissolved in the gulped water is then taken up by the gills and used for the process of oxidation of food, the respiration. Hence, we can say the gulping of water by a fish, this is the process of breathing process through the gills. That means gills help in the process of breathing in the fish body, like the lungs in animal and the man. Now, the case is insects. Insects don't have the lungs like fish, but they have the trachea. This is the respiratory organ for the insect. And this trachea runs throughout the body of the insects, and it helps in circulation of air or oxygen in the body of the insects. Hence, we can say that trachea, the respiratory organ of the insects. Earthworm has the skin. The skin is thin and moist throughout its entire body, and this skin is said that respiratory organ of the earthworm. And through this skin, the earthworm breathes the air by the process of absorbing the oxygen from the atmosphere or air. Now the question is, how does the greeny plant respire or breathe? The answer is through the stomata. Through the stomata, the greeny plants respire or breathe the oxygen in their body, and this respired oxygen then is utilized for oxidation of food and gives out the carbon dioxide and the water vapor. Under the process of photosynthesis, in the greeny parts of the plant, we know that photosynthesis process is many times faster than the process of respiration. And we also know that the photosynthesis process is taken place during the daytime, and through this process of photosynthesis, oxygen finally get released and this oxygen is then utilized by the process of respiration in the green plants on the plant's body. During the daytime, the green plants absorb the carbon dioxide also from the air and gives out the oxygen. Thus, we can say that the part of oxygen that is released during the photosynthesis is used in the process of respiration simultaneously. And the respiratory organ for the greeny plants is stomata. Through this stomata, all greeny plants do respire, and the stomata present on the leaf surface of the plant body. During daytime, stomata are open in order to takes in the oxygen, and mainly in the night time the stomatas are closed. But for the case of non-greeny plants, they don't have the greeny parts on their body, but they can respire easily through their roots. Hence, we can say the roots are treated as the respiratory organs for the non-greeny plants. This root absorbs oxygen from the soil air through their general surface, and this absorbed oxygen or air is used or utilized for the process of respiration. And we know the respiration is the process of oxidation of the food in order to release the energy within the cells in the root. By releasing the carbon dioxide and energy, we need to note one thing regarding the plant roots, that plant roots grow very well where in airy moist soil, but the plant roots not grow very well in clay soil or waterlogged soil. The main reason is the airy moist soil consists of fresh air or oxygen, but the clay soil or waterlogged soil is devoid of the availability, devoid of the oxygen, or we can say that the fresh air or oxygen is not available in the clay soil or waterlogged soil. And for this reason, the process of respiration gets hampered, and in turn it results hampered growth that's directly affect in running out the other life-based activities. That's why it is very important to know that the greeny plants, in case of non-greeny plants, the plant roots grow very well in airy moist soil, but not in the clay soil or waterlogged soil. In our next video, we will discuss another characteristic of living organism, that is the excretion. I hope the video was very informative about the process of respiration, breathing, and the mechanism of the breathing process in different organisms. And we have already learnt about the different respiratory organs for different living organisms. Thanks for watching.